It is my great and distinct pleasure to introduce the Henry Hazlitt Lecturer, Peter Schiff. Schiff, president of Euro-Pacific Capital, is familiar to everyone who has watched financial coverage in the last year. He is famed for being the most vocal financial economist to have perfectly predicted the crash. He also happens to be a dedicated student of the Austrian school. He is the author of The Prophetic, Crash Proof, and most recently the little book of Bull Moves in Bear Markets. Whenever he speaks about finance and economics, he also seeks to teach sound economic theory, writing for publications such as the New York Times and the Washington Post. Today he will speak on the relationship between theory and practice in financial markets. Peter Schiff.
You know, I just looked at the topic for my speech about 30 seconds ago before I walked in the door. But apparently I'm talking about why is it that people didn't see this coming, or should people have known that this meltdown was coming? I don't know, is there anyone in this room that was surprised by the economic meltdown? Does anybody think it's over? Anybody raise your hand if you think it's over? And does anybody think that the government solutions are going to work, or that they're going to help? Is there anybody? One? All right, so I guess there's really no reason for me to speak here. I don't know that I'm going to tell anybody anything they don't know. But anybody, if you want to indulge me, I guess I can talk about it a little bit anyway. But I don't know why so few people seem to understand what was going to happen. I mean, I guess, when you're living inside a bubble, it's very difficult to actually see what's going on from your point. But it's just, I lived through two of them because I'm a stockbroker, and I lived through the NASDAQ bubble, and to me at that point in time it seemed pretty obvious what was going on in 1997, 98, 99. I mean, it seemed obvious to me that these companies that people were touting couldn't possibly be worth the prices that people were paying. Yet nobody seemed to be able to figure that out back then. I mean, everybody seemed to be living in this new era, and the internet had captured everybody's imagination. I mean, to me, I couldn't see the difference between the internet really